And the coaches were great. Mr. Ashley and his wife, they helped me with so much, so I really am thankful for them. I think probably my best memories is when I would stay late after practice and beat Mr. Ashley one-on-one.
Yeah, right.
That was probably my best memories there. And then he started actually playing and he whooped my butt. But yeah, that was a fun time for me. I have great memories here. I kind of want to see where we're at. How many people are ninth grade? Ninth grade. All right, 10th grade? 11th grade? Do you have any seniors in here? Yeah, so no seniors. All right, let's do that. Okay, and everyone else, if you're below ninth grade, can you raise your hand? All right, so we got a variety of people in here. I know that with all these different ages and everything, you guys are all here for different reasons. You know, maybe you're here because you really, truly want to better your basketball skills. And you want to train and you want to take your skills to the next level. Maybe you're here because you were just bored and you wanted to get off your butt and do something. Maybe you're here because your parents wanted you to get off your butt and do something and they're forcing you to be here. I don't know why you're here, but whatever it is, I want to challenge you guys with something today. And it's something that's challenged me throughout my whole experience with basketball. And it's a verse. It's Proverbs 29:18. And it's the first part of that verse. It says, where there is no vision, the people will perish. Where there is no vision, the people will perish. That verse kind of describes us as people. And it's saying that us as people, if we're not striving to better ourselves, if we're not striving to be more successful, not only in basketball, but in our lives, then one day we're going to wake up and we're going to perish. We're going to be somewhere where we never wanted to be. So I want to challenge you guys with that today. Really, basketball for me, I love basketball because you can apply it to life. Basketball, it's everything, man. You can, whether it's training, whether it's the game, whether it's being tired and exhausted and you got to keep going, you can apply it to life in any way. You guys who play basketball, you know that. But for me, like I said, I played basketball. I played college basketball for 3 years. And everything that I received here from next level training, it enabled me not only just to play basketball, but to be successful at the college level. It made all the difference for me. So I really am thankful to the Ashleys for all the work that they put in and for the time that they invested in me because it really meant a lot to me. Really, I started training here when I was a senior. I might have done a little bit before then, but that was when I really started. And I told Coach Ashley, I said, man, you know, I want to play college ball. That's what I want to do. But my actions didn't really show that. I remember, he probably doesn't remember this, but one time I walked out. It was right before, you know how there's the young people train first and then, you know, the older people we train next. I was watching the young people train and I had a huge carton of ice cream. And I'm eating it with a huge spoon. And it was right before I was going to train. I probably just told them I wanted to play college ball. And, you know, I wasn't disciplined with my diet. I wasn't trying to run hard, do anything, stay in shape. I wasn't doing drills like I wanted to. I would just kind of show up to the training sessions and just do everything the way I thought I could do it. And I would just try to get by. I went to college my first year. And really, throughout Faith, I used to come to this school. And when I was here at Faith Christian Academy, I played a little bit, but I wasn't really into it as much. I started to get a little bit better, but I really wasn't dedicated. I went to college my freshman year, and I really quickly saw that the competition in Florida was way up here, and my skills were way down here. I mean, I was awful. I went to the first tryout, and it was embarrassing. It got so bad that I just stopped going to the tryouts because I knew I was going to get cut. So I went back, and I remember, I'll never forget, I got that letter, because the coach would send out a letter saying whether or not you made it or not. And the letter said, we're sorry, but we didn't choose you for the team, but we encourage you to come to the games and cheer on the Eagles. And I was like, I'm not going to there. I'm not going to cheer them on. Are you kidding me? But I remember my mind went back to that verse, where there is no vision, the people will perish. And I started to think, you know, I can either say, okay, I failed. I didn't play basketball, I was lazy, whatever. Or I can choose to have a vision, I can choose to have a goal, and I can strive to make that team. Because at that time, the guys in the team were jerks, man. They would curse, they would do everything bad. The recollection of the school, or the impression in the school, was if you were a basketball player, you were a jerk. You would curse, you did all these bad things. And at that moment, I kind of got a new goal. And it was I wanted to play basketball and show people that you can glorify God and play basketball at the same time. That became my new goal. So I was dedicated, man. And I remember I came home that summer and I trained hard with Next Level. I was doing drills as best as I could. I was trying to do everything that I could, asking questions. Hey, what should I do in this situation? What should I do there? When I went home that summer, I weighed about I weighed about 200 pounds around there, give or take a few pounds. So I was there, I was training, I would run like 4 miles a day, guys. I wanted to make that team, I was dedicated. Not only was I training during the next level training sessions, then I would go back and I would start training by myself. You know how they always tell you to do that, and probably none of us ever do? Well, I started doing that. I started like leaving right from here, and I used to go and do drills at the park outside. And I tried to get better. When I returned sophomore year, well before that, I remember I talked to Coach Ashley, and I was like, man, you don't understand. And of course he did, but I was like, you don't understand, man. These athletes, people playing my position are 6'6", and they can jump out the gym, and they're built. I mean, how can I compete with that? Look at me, you know, I'm just a normal person. And I'll never forget, he said, if you can do the little things, if you can be effective in the little things, then that can make you, in some ways, more effective than the best athletes. So I took that to heart, man, and ever since he said that, I never forgot it. So I started working on those little things. When I returned to college that sophomore year, I weighed about 178. I lost a bunch of weight. And I looked different, I was a different player, I was a different person in every way. And tryouts went a lot better, and I ended up making the team. And I want to emphasize something. I didn't send in game film. I wasn't being recruited, anything like that. You know, there's a lot of people who are, and they get scholarships, and that's great. But I was trying to walk on. And it doesn't matter if you go to a big college or a small college, that is not easy to do. It's hard to get noticed. And through the Lord and through praying and asking Him for help, I was able to do that. And it was kind of a struggle. I remember thinking, dude, I made the team. This is it. This is what I wanted. You know, the hard work's done. And that was really foolish for me to think, because really the hard work began once I made the team. And once I got on the team, sophomore and junior year combined, I probably played about 5 minutes. And that was hard. There was about 21 people on the team, and just battling for a spot. There was some days where I would just sit in street clothes, and I would just sit on the bench, and there was no chance of me. I didn't even get to wear a jersey. I was like, man, are you kidding me? None of these guys run 4 miles every day. You know, I was trying to glorify God. Why isn't He letting me play? But He was preparing me for something. And He was showing me things in my life that I needed to get right. I remember I started working out, trying to get bigger. And the summer of my sophomore year, going into my junior year, I got right back up to about 195. And I had gained weight. I got bigger. I got stronger. And that made a huge difference. So you guys, even you girls, if you guys aren't working out, you guys need to start working out. Because that separates a mediocre athlete to a good athlete. And if you keep doing it, a good athlete from a great athlete. If you guys are working out, getting your body stronger, that made a huge difference for me, man. You know, I wasn't getting pushed around anymore. I could box out better. I could shoot from further distances away. It helped in every single way. So I encourage you guys, if you guys aren't doing that, start working out. I know it's not, probably even for the girls, it's probably not what you really want to hear, but you know, even just push-ups, it's something, and it helps. I got back and I got bigger, and still junior year I didn't play that much. And then it was going into my summer, right before my senior year. I was like, dude, I played like 5 minutes. You know, I want to say that I played college ball. I want to be able to glorify God. So going into that summer, I trained hard with Next Level. And you know, they don't know it because I wasn't with them. I wasn't here the past summer. I was in Arizona. But all the drills that they gave me, all the different techniques and tips that they gave me on my shot, everything, man, I started doing that in the mornings at like 5 in the morning, and then at night at like 10 at night. And I was staying with my fiance now, and she would always be like, man, you gotta come home, like stop being at the gym, you know? But that's what I was doing. When I had a free minute, I was there working on my game. And for the first time, I really tried to hone in on those little things, trying to take myself to the next level. And over the course of that summer, man, I saw my game go to the next level because of the drills that they gave me. Because I started working hard on them, trying to perfect them. I went to school, things were different, man. This was this past year, my senior year. I got to start 5 games. And every game I played around 20 minutes. I was averaging like 20 minutes a game. And that was huge for me because now I was able to glorify the Lord. Because people come up to me and be like, dude, you look at me, I don't look like the other guys on my team, they look like ball players. I don't really look like a ball player. And, you know, that's fine. I never wanted to look like anything the Lord made me. But, you know, people come up to me and say, dude, how in the world, why are you playing like 20 minutes a game? Look at the people around you. These guys are so much more athletic. But, hey, man, it's all because of Him, you know, praise the Lord. And I was able to glorify God through that, man. through all my struggles, through all those years, it was good to finally be able to give back what the Lord had given me. So, through all of that, I can see the Lord working in my life. And through that verse, Proverbs 29:18, where there is no vision, the people will perish. All of our stories are different with basketball. You know, some people are very gifted athletically. I've seen guys that go to my college that are super athletic, but they don't have the work ethic. You see guys who aren't very athletic, but they have the work ethic, and it makes all the difference. And everyone's different. We all have a different story. You know, maybe some of you guys are committed already, maybe some of you guys aren't. But today I want to challenge you to evaluate yourselves. I don't know why you're here, if your parents are making you here, be here, or if not. But do you have a vision for the future? Where do you see yourselves next season? And where do you see yourselves next year? Where do you see yourselves even at the end of the summer? Maybe in a month? Do you have a goal for how you want to get better? I don't say all of these things just to show you guys or brag or anything like that. But some of the schools that we played against, I'll name a few of them. We played against Faulkner University, Faulkner State University. We played against University of New Orleans. It's kind of a big school. We played against a lot of big schools. And I remember the first game we played against was Faulkner University. And I was standing there, and it was at the jump ball. And I was matched up with the guy that I was going to guard. And he would play in my position. And he was 6'5", and he was built like a tank, man. And I remember I was like this at the jump ball, looking at him, and I was like, dude, I can't do this, man. Are you kidding me? This is the first game, and I was nervous. And I'd played 5 minutes before, and it was all when we were up by like 30. And it was kind of like time stopped, you know. And I was like, man, I can't do this. And then I remember what Coach Ashley said: if you can do the little things effectively, you can be successful. And I started remembering, you know what, I just got to do what I'm trained. And I know I can play with these guys. And it helped me. And I was able to contribute. I was never going to score like 50 points or 30 points a game, but I knew I could always go out and contribute and play. And it was all because of this training I got here at next level. I say all that just to tell you guys that you guys have incredible coaches. Coaches that love you and that are going to invest in you as much as you let them invest. They're going to give you all the tools that you need to be successful, but it's all about what you do with them. If you would have asked me that senior year when I was sitting there eating a carton of ice cream, if I was going to be able my senior year say that, you know, I started games and I played a good number of minutes, I would have said, man, you're crazy. There's no way, look at me. But if you put the work in, your coach is going to give you everything that you need. This is a great program, and you guys are lucky to be here. And you guys should be thankful for that. So that's kind of me and what Next Level has done for me and the way basketball has shown me. So what are the goals in your life? Not just basketball, but everything else. All right, so hopefully you guys take advantage of Next Level, because it's changed my life. I know if you guys let it, it'll change yours. Okay, so I'll pray, and then we'll be done, all right? Heavenly Father, I love you, and I thank you for this day, and I want to thank you for